Hello and welcome to my Kickstarter. If you're a subscriber to the Kings Monologue on either YouTube, Instagram or TikTok, then you probably know who I am already. But for those of you who are new, first of all, thank you for actually coming here and viewing my proposal. Secondly, my name's Andrew and let me take you through my project.
We only get a few opportunities during our lifetimes to really make a lasting positive impact and contribution. A few years ago when I founded the Kings Monologue, I didn't know I was making one of those choices. I only knew there was a huge difference between what I understood about our true history and what was being taught about it in schools and across the media. Fast forward to 2025, and thankfully I've been able to impact tens of millions of people about the true authentic history in Africa and beyond. My research has created discourse, stoked controversy and courted arguments, but ultimately, I have unapologetically provided balanced and well-supported refutations against a false historical narrative, whitewashed and gatekept by centuries of Western academic racial bias. The King's Monologue has helped to uncover many previously hidden truths about the rich cultural diversity of Africa and the undeniable impact of Black history. In some ways, this has contributed to reversing centuries of intentional hiding and obfuscation of Black civilisations and meaningful African innovation. I'm very proud of what I've been able to achieve so far, which brings me to Reconstructing Egypt. I'm fully aware of the potential impact of my choice to author such a book. I'm clear on my goal: its potential to reach and impact millions. I know that I need to release this book to be able to access a world beyond social media. I also think the timing is crucial. In a year where anti-Black sentiment, anti-Black authorship, the legalized erasure of Black history and accusations of Afrocentrism are all coordinating to attack, undermine and erase even more of our history, it has become clear that racism in social and academic spaces is far from abating. This threat continues to grow. Last year, I began the arduous task creating academic texts, website archives, and obviously continued to draft original research pieces and documentaries, all whilst working full-time. This year, it became very clear to me that it was time to unify my research and reconstructions into a written volume. Documenting our history as it stands is important, as the evidence of melanated contributions continue to disappear. In addition to this, as nations in the Southern Hemisphere continue to reduce their colonial dependencies on the West, so too will the schooling and academic institutions need to develop a base of educational resources built on indigenous ideals, and not on the fabricated legacy left by Western imperialism. New resources are needed. Fortunately, I don't need to start from scratch. Reconstructing Egypt will stand on the shoulders of the great researchers of the past, whilst leaning heavily into my own research, written articles, documentaries, and digital publications. It will also encompass recent developments in anthropology where relevant. I will obviously lean heavily on my specialisms in digital reconstructions, forensic arts, and physical anthropology. Similar to the academic paper I authored in 2024, this book will expose the hidden agenda behind many of the forensic reconstruction projects commissioned by the Department of Egyptian Antiquities. Being a visual learner myself, the book is illustration-rich, containing all of my reconstruction work. This illustrative approach will make it broadly accessible to all ages. I will likely create stretch goals in the form of enhanced print fidelity and complementary additional chapters. So, if you are passionate about preserving our history, why not pre-order a copy or two and help me reach my goal of developing this book? There's a very affordable digital version available for those not too bothered about owning a physical copy. One thing's for sure, none of the progress made in the past few years has been me acting in isolation. Since I launched the King's Monologue, the community support has been immense, so I'd obviously like to thank my several patrons, community members, website donators, subscribers and followers for taking me this far. I'm sure that together we'll continue to take ownership of our history and have the resources to teach our stories from our perspective to the next generation without resistance.